Hey, welcome my peeps to Tarot in White Gloves. When we get into the cloud to see what we see, this is your Virgo, you versus them. Virgo's going to be here. Your person is going to be here. I do read for soul tribe, soulmate, and soul twins, higher vibrant, but sometimes it's going to be karmic, soulmate or soul tribe or a soul twin as well, because we all have karma things too. We're going to go ahead and dive into it. Thank you, Divine Creator, for channeled guidance. While I was meditating, I was hearing what you want, what you want. And also for some reason, this song came to my mind. I've never even heard it before. I believe in you. Do you believe in me? If we believe together, something like that. I don't know if it's something someone made up or if it's just a feeling that someone is having. But all right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into Virgo. And but firstly, I want to read for the energy in the center. So this is the soul's lessons, what your soul is learning from this connection. Each of you have lessons that you're learning around keepers of the earth. Sometimes one of you learns more of the lessons than the other, but this is the central lesson that's being learned over the course of the next 30 days. I do read for current energy and as it flows over the next 30 days. You are not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. So this is just knowing that you're supported. You have a magnificent team of people, helpers, both on this world, but also in the spiritual realm, who are here to help you to find the way. So you acknowledge that they're there and thank that. And this is also an encouragement to remember that the earth is here to support you, literally itself, its physical earthly presence. And it feels very of the earth, loving the earth, kind of a Native American vibe as well, or a tribal vibe while you're connecting to the earth. The only thing stopping you is your capacity to receive support. So there's a lesson around knowing that you can give support and you can also receive support. You don't need to do it all alone. The keepers of the earth are there to help you on this earth and in the spiritual realm. So that's the message that I'm getting through. I'm not really sure who that is for directly, but that's what's coming through. So, and this is strong on the Virgo signs for the Virgo reading. Very beautiful message that's coming through. What I do have for, you might feel like you can't turn to anyone to have support. A lot of times when we have traumatic things happen to us or we have a lot of trauma, we don't like to turn to support. We want to try to do everything on our own. And that's a trauma response, doing everything on your own all the time. It's okay to accept support from other people. Being interdependent is the goal of balance, the goal of healthy, right? To be too dependent is not good. To be too independent isn't as healthy. So there's a give and take flow socially, but also in your interpersonal connections that I feel like you're learning. One or both of you are learning a lot of. Your reoccurring theme in this connection from the past, recent past, or definitely for the next 30 days, I am getting a mirroring energy, a chasing energy. So this does feel like a twin soul, but it could be soulmate, karmic soulmate energy as well, where you have shared feelings. You're triggering each other, mirroring each other, reflections of each other. But there's also a chasing vibe here, an anxious. Sometimes it can become controlling, a pursuit. It can become a little bit toxic too. So there's also that coming up. As well in the thematic energy. So let's go ahead and dive into who you are. Virgo. Who is the Virgo? Over the next 30 days, if you watch my channel, you know I love the Egyptian cards, Egyptian glyphs, the Hebrew letters. Sometimes we dive into the Celtic, Druid, Rumi, or Buddhist advices as well. All right, so let's go ahead and dive a little bit further into Virgo. For soul tribe, soulmate, soul twin, wisdom, guidance, love, and light. Who is the Virgo from the current energy and as it plays out over the next 30 days. Remember, you are master of your own ship. You can drive faster, slower, course correct, stop the ship altogether, turn around, or head at the same pace. This is just a snapshot of your energy to help you understand where you're at. Okay, so these energies also want to come through. So Virgo, you are showing up very interestingly. We've got our 10 of Cups, our 9 of Wands, and our 2 of Coins. We also have a message coming from the angel advice with the 9. So let's go ahead and dive into Spider. So the Spider energy comes out, you know, when it's upright, when you're doing life, when you're working really hard, you're doing everything, it's, you know, a never tired energy. You're doing life's work, you're being prosperous, you're threading everything together that's in your life, work, love. It's a very busy energy, but it is a very coordinated energy. Like the Spider is a very mathematically coordinated, geometrically sacred web that it forms. And it's like doing the work naturally, knowing naturally what to do. But it did come out in reverse. So it feels like over the course of the next 30 days, Virgo, you might be feeling discouraged or tired or forlorn, or you might be feeling like, what's the point, or what's the purpose, or maybe things are going wrong, or you're just not as motivated to do the work in yourself, for yourself, in life, or in the connection. It feels like discouragement. You're discouraged. And so again, the lesson you're learning when you're discouraged is all about remembering that you have support. You have support on the earth, you have support in the spirit realm, and you have, you might just need to learn that you can open up and ask for help when you need it. Or this might be also for your person. So let's go ahead and dive into your other energies. How is Virgo showing up over the course of the next 30 days from current energy, because I read for current energy? 10 of Cups, and this is our 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, yep, our 9 of Wands, and we do get our 2 of Pentacles. So it does feel like there's a lot on your plate. You're dealing with a lot, but you're balancing it. And this 9 is all about it. A lot of times love can feel hard. This love might feel hard. It might feel hard right now in your life. Something's really heavy. This is in the work sector. I draw for life, work, and love. And so in the work sector itself, it might be an extra burden on you over the next 30 days, impeding on your ability to love better or to connect or in this connection. Something is very heavy in your life right now. You have a lot going on, but you're balancing it. It's like you're doing that juggling act, and you're taking baby steps forward, You're moving forward. But overall, you have an abundance of happiness. This is like happiness in the connection, happiness with the person, or your person is your happiness. You know you have some emotional support, or you can offer some emotional support. So again, that message of having support on this earth and in the spirit realm. This is like feeling like you've got that support. You know that it's there. So if you're not asking for it when you need it, remember that you can ask for it, or at least know that it's there. But I do feel a happiness coming through, some emotional support coming through, as you feel very burdened, carrying a very heavy energy, trying to balance so much in life, work and life, love, finances. And you might just be feeling kind of down or discouraged as well in the overall energy, because there is just so much going on. So much is feeling so heavy. But just know, the angel advice that I got also was 999. So this is all about that energy of 9. And when you do 9 and 3, of course, 9 times 3 is 27, which also is a 9 numerologically. So it feels like there's a lot of 9s. You might be seeing a lot of 9s as confirmation. This is for you. But that energy is telling you that this heaviness that you're carrying is almost done. You are learning lessons about support, how to support yourself, how to reach out for support, how to offer support. That emotional support is there. That emotional support and support that you need for guidance is also there in the spirit realm. And so that's what it's all about for you over the next 30 days. So let's go ahead and dive into your person, and then we'll get more information from both of you. Your person, how is your person showing up? So cross watcher, if you're watching, this is what's coming up for you. Remember, energy can be flipped though, so keep it real for yourself. If Virgo, you feel like you're here and your person's here, you can flip it. That's completely normal and natural. Let's go ahead and see what we get. Take what resonates and you leave the rest. Let's see what we get for the cross watcher. All right, we do get our three of wands, and the one of wands wants to show up as well. Who is the cross watcher? Most useful, beneficial information, please. All right, and we'll go ahead and put this here. So we do get our three of wands, Phoenix, one of wands, and wow. Interesting energy here. All right. So what's interesting is both of these have a very similar imagery pattern. It feels like there was an opportunity to grow something, rebuild, or build something here with your person. For most of you, for some of you, this could have to do with outside the connection, like in life and work. But it feels like something fell through, something is blocked, something's fallen apart, something is not open, but you're rising out of the ashes, and you are becoming stronger from it. It's teaching you, again, about support, the support you have for yourself, the support you can offer yourself, the support that's there around you in your times of need. These feel connected because the imagery is so similar, that whatever's blocked in your life, you are rising out of it. You will get through it. You are becoming a phoenix rising out of the ashes, is what's being said. And it's for your growth, to understand the support that is around you, the support that you have. And we're going to go ahead and look at your central energies. You have the three of wands and the one of wands. So beautiful central energy. It's like at your core, you are ready for expansion, growth. You are ready to forge forward. You're motivated. You're getting that spring in your step. And I feel like it's all coming out of this fiery, phoenixy energy. You may be feeling very fiery over the course of the next 30 days. You might be a fire sign as well, because this is fire, fire, fire. So that is what I'm feeling for the cross watcher. Very beautiful, positive, uplifting, going to find my motivation. I'm going to expand. I'm going to grow, and I'm going to become stronger as I rise out of the ashes of whatever is blocked, whatever is being in my way, whatever wall is there, whatever I'm not able to build or rebuild right now. All right, so let's go ahead and dive a little deeper. So from perspectives on your person's side, or sorry, Virgo, I was speaking for the cross watcher. Virgo, you have brilliance showing up. So this is the perspective that you are gaining from this connection. So in all the lessons that you're learning around support, the support that's there for you, the support that's being offered to you, you're gaining a perspective yourself, and your person's gaining a perspective their self, which we'll go into in a bit. So the perspective you're gaining is, there might be an underlining fear of success. New ideas, you know, come around and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know, can I? Am I strong enough? Is this going to be a positive change? So sometimes we have to step outside of our own self-sabotage. It's like we think that we are loving ourselves by stopping or not doing or not moving forward, but really what we're doing is self-sabotaging. It's not actually self-love, it's fear that's motivating us. We just call it love. Like, no, I love myself. That's why we're not going to change, and we're not going to do anything different, and I'm not going to take any steps forward. But really what you're doing is self-sabotaging. So, but you have to understand that sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone. And sometimes you have to experiment, you know, and sometimes you'll get a loud applause for it internally or externally. And sometimes there'll be criticisms internally or externally. But it's all about that trying, that doing. When you realize, it feels too like you might have a sudden realization that you can try something new, you can try something different, you can experiment. And that can bring drastic changes for your life. You might have some inspirational thoughts flowing through you. So these are the things, the perspectives that you're gaining from this over the next 30 days and coming out of the central energy of support. So it's like, as you're learning, you have that support for you. You don't need to act out of fear. You can act out of love, and you can challenge yourself so that you can go toward the brilliant ideas that you're having, the brainstorming ideas, the creative nudge that's going, do this, the intuition, the inspiration. Then you're allowing it, right? You're letting it flow. So let's go ahead and dive into your feelings. How is Virgo feeling over the course of the next 30 days? Remember, again, it is current energy, and it's just a snapshot of that current energy. So, all right, we do get a Seven of Pentacles. Again, a repeated energy. This is like lackluster, lack of effort, discouraged, procrastination, not putting in, you know, the effort that you could put in. But that's just what it is. I mean, sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we need to chillax, I like to call it, right? Chilling and relaxing. And to just regroup. Sometimes we just have bad things happen in life, you know, and all of a sudden everything is like exploding and the love is gone, and or the love explodes, or it's not like you wanted, or the work is not there, or life is throwing you a bunch of curveballs, and then that just happens. And sometimes then you feel like you've been punched out, and you just need to have sort of a break from it. And that's perfectly fine and natural, and a lot of ways healthy to do. The reminder is just remember your happiness, remember your brilliance, remember you have emotional support. Remember that spirit realm and the earth realm, there is support there, and the spirit realm is always there to support you. It's never there to harm you. The spirit realm wants to help you. It wants to guide you. It's our own stinking thinking that gets in the way. So Lover's energy. So this is a strong soul twin, soulmate energy. Again, we got that here as well. So I feel like for most of you, we're dealing with a soulmate, karmic soulmate, or soul twin, karmic soul twin connection. However, it did come in the reverse. So this is like feeling like everything is at discord, like you're not in unity, you're not in union. Something makes this feel like we're not going to be together, or there's a huge disruption between you two. That a huge stall in some way with union, or feeling like you're aligned. If you're together, it's like we're not going to be together for long, or it feels like it's going to end, or we're having a lot of fights. It feels like discord. Right, this energy wanted to flip. They all want to go in the reverse. What's going on with you, Virgo? Oh my goodness. All right, so this energy is, again, like not communicative, not motivated to move, not action oriented. Whatever telepathic communication you felt you had, you feel like it's blocked right now. You're not wanting to make a move on this. There's no urgency here. Very lackluster in the feelings right now about the connection or the person. It's like very low effort, very procrastination, discord, no movement forward, a standstill, and maybe even communications are feeling blocked. I'm really sorry to hear. I know that it's really hard when this happens, especially when you have a connection that you are so close with someone, especially your mirror soul. I know that it can be very, very hard. So the encouragement is to know that time is a period of temporary, and it's never forever. And whatever you're going through, will end. And there will be a new beginning or a new chapter. And as you go through this process, you learn and you grow, and what's better for you comes for you as you open up that possibility within yourself, right? You don't want to stay stuck in what isn't good for you. So if this person is your mirror soul, you will have connections with this person again, because that's the nature of the connection. You can never sever it. The universe, God, will continuously bring you guys in each other's lives. So if you're going through something and you feel like something's going to end, again, we get that message of release, like the 9999. That is all about something really heavy, really hard, but it's coming to an end. It's closing out pretty soon. You're not going to have to go through it much longer. And that's what it feels like. It's directly connected to your connection, to your mirror soul, because, or it could be a karmic soulmate. Just to remember, things always, there's endings and then there's new beginnings. Nothing is truly ever over, especially with soulmates and soul twins and soul tribe relationships, because they are connected to your soul. And so they will be parts of your life in different ways. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into our feelings for your crosswatcher. What is your crosswatcher feeling in this connection, or for you, Virgo? All right, we do get our 10 of Swords. Or is this the 2? All right, it is the 2. So they are kind of feeling two ways about this, right? They're not sure what to do about this or what to do about you. It's like, do I stay? Do I go? What's this person's intention here? What's my intention? I'm not sure. Maybe it's because they're not sure what your intention is. But this feels like not knowing what to do. This feels like confusion. This is a state of free will. You can use your free will. You know, you are being reminded that your free will is at play. You're choosing your life. So you can go this way or you can go that way. Right now it's a state of, I'm not sure which way to go. You're at a crossroads. How else is your person feeling? All right, we do get our King of Pentacles. So this energy, from your person feels very connected to you, tied to you, like on an earth grounding level. Like they feel like they have a strong grounding energy toward you, not just a soul tie, but you guys could have a strong friendship or a strong commitment. You guys could be married, you could be living together, or there's some sort of strong friend vibe where it's like you're always there for each other in some way. It's a King of Pentacles. So it's a very grounded energy that's coming from your person. It feels like they feel very connected to you on a grounded way. This is also, of course, our Capricorn and our Taurus. For some of you, this could be Virgo, though, because they're connecting to Virgo. This is a Gemini energy showing up here. And those are the major signs right now that are coming out. So let's go ahead and get one more and see what's going on here in the feelings of the cross watcher. Your card wants to flip out forward. The Sun. So this is beautiful. It's like the Sun's energy makes everything a lot more positive and happy. It sheds a light on things. It helps you to see more clearly. Clairvoyance comes out for some reasons. Maybe some of you are feeling more clairvoyant over the next 30 days, or this connection is helping you access that side of you. So This energy overall feels pretty good. It feels like I'm at a crossroads and I'm not really sure what to do. But overall, it's like I feel like something is solid between us. Or, you know, I'm showing up for you, or you're showing up for me, or somehow we are always in each other's lives to help each other through something difficult, or you're in an actual commitment or living together or marriage. But this energy here feels beautiful. It's like I have a lot more clarity now over the next 30 days. It feels like something will become very clear for you. For those of you that feel like you're a bit confused or you're not sure, which is what your first energy is, you'll eventually come to clarity. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the perspective. Your person's perspective is rediscovery. So this is the personal perspective that they're gaining from this connection out of the central energy, which is what the soul is learning all around support. That support is all around you. And as the support is all around you and you're learning support is all around you, you are rediscovering or relearning about this energy, which is the withdrawal to the security of loved ones, stumbling or triggering a memory, stories told in safety, creative space, a message from the past for the future. Your body remembers, listen to the story. Deep pain transformed into wisdom, understanding, an inheritance, legacy, heirloom, having access to tools and knowledge you need. Be gentle with who you were, strong about who you will become. If you are feeling lost or confused, asking what life is about, it may be the perfect time to consult your original self, the one you keep hidden while you grew up. Supposedly wiser around it, the sweet, loving, innocent you is not lost. It's deep down, you're still that person. The original you exists outside of time and space, safe and awaiting rediscovery. So this energy is all about you finding you again. When you're realizing you have that support that you need within the spirit realm, within the earthly realm, within yourself. So a beautiful message coming through. Is what you're learning. So the Virgo's learning about their own brilliance, right? How to take a chance on themselves, move through love instead of fears, to stop self-sabotaging themselves. You're learning how to discover the true you. You're rediscovering you through the soul's lessons of support. As you're supporting yourself, as this person's supporting themselves, they're learning to take better chances. Also a reminder, we are new. So we do have our you versus them on Saturdays for your sign, and we have a collective about you versus them every Wednesday. Remember that to like, share, subscribe, because our channel is growing and I love hearing from you, and I do respond to every comment. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get on with this part. So we're going to go into perspectives. The perspective of Virgo. How does Virgo perceive this? All right, we do get our devil in reverse. We get our Knight of Swords. Wow. Okay. And our Five of Wands. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of arguing. The Virgo perceives you or this connection as argumentative, or there's a lot of arguments. You guys aren't on the same page with your words. you maybe have a lot of misunderstandings. One person's saying one thing and they're receiving this information in a different, completely different way. Or maybe you're trying to argue with each other. You might be feeling like you're fighting for yourself, for your life and the connection, or like maybe some of you feel like you're fighting for the connection, but in essence, you're really pushing the connection away. This energy is like unhealthy cycles. You're in unhealthy cycles of arguing and fighting and pushing each other's buttons and triggering and pushing each other away. That's the message that's coming out. So of course the encouragement around that would be to, and maybe that's why, you know, Virgo is feeling, you know, discouraged and a little bit more lazy. Like, I don't want to put any more effort. I feel like our love is at a discord, which is what we were getting in the feeling space here. And feeling like maybe something's blocked. They're blocking you or you're blocking them and we're not communicating. So sometimes you just do need that break, right? To gain perspective. All right, so perspective from Crosswatcher. What is Crosswatcher's perspective of the connection? To want to come out, we do get our Seven of Swords reversed, and we do get a Seven of Cups. Wow, 2 sevens. All right, so we do have our Seven of Swords reversed. The writing is super dark, but this is from the, so I am reading the Sacred Kingdoms deck for the Crosswatcher, and I am reading the from the White Sage Tarot for Virgo. This is followed by the Seven of Cups energy. All right, let's go ahead and get one more. All right, we get our Nine of Pentacles. Makes sense. So also worth mentioning, you know, this is air energy and this is fire. And when air hits fire, it makes the fire bigger. So it feels like the words you guys are exchanging is making the fight bigger. However you guys are handling the way you communicate is not working. All right, so from this person's energy, and we also get the Knight of Swords, which is our Gemini. So we have 2 Gemini energies coming out on this side, right in the center. Seven of Swords is reversed. And then we get our Seven of Cups. So a 7-7 message for some of you is coming through. You might want to Google 7-7, what that means spiritually. It is a strong indicator of needing to reflect on things, taking a break, resting. 7 is a strong number of don't take action just yet. You need to take a break, take a rest, take a pause, rethink things, reevaluate and reflect. So this feels like the perspective that they have on you is you're not really sure what to do. Or they might have this of the connection itself, but it feels like it's more about you, Virgo. Like, you're not really sure what to do. You're not really sure what decisions to make. They might feel like this connection is an option for you or for them, or you might be making them feel like they are an option themselves. There's something around, you're not solid in this, or we're not solid in this. This feels up in the air, and something is an option here. Like FOMO, fear of missing out of other options kind of energy is what they're getting from the connection from you. But it also feels like you're open about that. It's like it's not hidden. This aspect that we don't know where we stand, or I don't know where I stand. It's not a hidden thing. It's like you've made this known, or you know, and this is air on water, so it's, you know, the ripples of the air as it goes over of a lake of water too is the energy where it's kind of helping you understand where you stand, which is, I don't know where we stand. It feels like you've had conversations about it, open conversations around this. And then this energy is the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles is about, you know, it's like you're taking care of business, but you're doing it for yourself. So they might feel like this connection is something where it takes care of business, but it's not necessarily helping them financially, or they're still on their own and they have to take care of themselves. Or you might be business oriented, building your wealth and your kingdom, but you're not really a sharer or a giver, or you're not really including them in the financial support, or they might not feel so financially supported by you. So I want to go ahead and dive into our Bread of Life energy. We do get Psalm 25:9, which is a 7 and a 9, which is a value of 16, which breaks down to a 7 again. So now we've got 777 now. So some of you might be seeing 777. I feel like that is a significant energy that's more on this side of the energy, and 999 is more on this side of the energy, but you might be seeing a lot of 7s or 9s as confirmation for you. But Psalm 25:9 is, he guides the humble in what is right. So this is a strong message about not getting caught up in your pride, your ego mind, out of fear, believing that you're acting in love, but really what you're doing is acting in fear. And so you are self-sabotaging yourself or keeping yourself back from your own brilliance, from the forward momentum you need to make within for yourself. So this is a strong also reminder, though, that you might need to take a pause. You might need to take a step back, rest, relax, reflect, so that you can become more humble and move out of the pride, ego, especially if resentments start forming, because a lot of times when pride and ego get in the mix, you start forming resentments, especially when you're arguing, unhealthy cycles, caught in unhealthy cycles of arguing and conflict. So let's go ahead and dive into, I was going to draw from their energy for once. So maybe their energy is influencing you in what you want over the course of the next 30 days. What is Virgo wanting? So what does Virgo want over the next 30 days? All right, the Star, healing. This is a strong Aquarius energy, North Node, your fate, your destiny, following what's meant for you. This is a strong connection, of course, to the divine principality out of Egypt, Shai, or the god Shai, which was fate, destiny, healing energy. What else do you want? What else does Virgo want? All right, judgment is in reverse. This always reminds me of the DJ out of Egypt too. So this is like a sense of balance. It's like, I want balance again. I want that peace again. I want that light to go off, that brilliant idea to come to me to be able to solve this problem in the connection in my life. And of course, I feel like for many of you, those two things are interconnected. The connection will always affect your life, right? Because it's a soul connection. So there's something around being able to be brilliant, have a brilliant idea, to be able to make that judgment call, to know what to do, to come out of the dark, to be able to be healed, to heal something here. And a strong energy around the same energy that popped out here, which is our Seven of Cups, which is not knowing what to do, which is what they feel from you, because this is in their perception space. They're perceiving that you don't know what to do, or you can't make up your mind, or the connection is on hold. I'm an option. The connection's an option. Are you choosing us? Are you choosing me? And this energy is like they're wanting to have a brilliant idea, something that allows them to form more balance at peace and healed energy around the choices that need to be made. Something might feel like a fantasy versus reality. You know, and it's like being able to ground that energy and make it more real. So I feel like they want to heal this. They want to heal something with you. And they want to make a judgment call on the indecision. Now take it as it resonates for you. This indecision might be of the connection itself because of things you've done too. Or it may feel like for them, you know, they're projecting themselves onto the connection. And so therefore they might feel like the confusion's coming from you when really it's coming from them. Sometimes people blame when they don't want to look at their own insecurities or issues, especially when there's heavy, heated conflicts or misunderstandings, or you guys aren't communicating where anything productive is coming out of it. I'm going to take note of this, but this is our Two of Swords? No. Ten of Swords. This came out in the reverse. I'm going to take a note of that. But and what does your person want? Page of Pentacles. Wow, the Star again. And our Star energy. I'm going to take one more. Death energy. So I get two energies of endings. What's interesting is this energy is a Ten of Swords in the reverse. So it's like an ending that isn't quite ended, which is what the 999 is. It's like it's an end, but it's not quite the end just yet. You might be almost at the end. But this is like an ending that isn't quite done, or an ending that you haven't quite healed yet. A lot of times this can be release, and I feel like this is what the encouragement is, that the angel advice is release. So there's a strong release around this. Like if this is an ending and you guys need to part ways for whatever reason, because usually in karmic soulmate or in soul twin, whether it's karmic or not, there is an ending for whatever reason. Sometimes it's because the person has a lot of internal difficulties and they can't quite do relationships. Sometimes it's because you two are pulled apart for various reasons: work, other family obligations, social, cultural reasons. There's a lot of reasons that pull these connections apart, and that happens on the journey. You know, it's a part of the journey, and it's a painful, I know, but it's what happens. So the Two of Swords is like, or the Ten of Swords, sorry, is this energy when it's in reverse. It's like needing to release this. Like it's a time for wanting and needing to release. For many of you, the connection itself, and you're going to be going into a separation period or a gap period where you're going to be integrating all those energies that you've learned. You know, understanding all that support that you have, you're integrating your brilliance, integrating your rediscovery. And so it's a needed process. It's a healthy process. But this is a reminder that release needs to happen. It's an ending that's happening that there might be resistance around, or it's really close to the end, and you're going to need to release, right? So your person wants to release. For some of you, this might have to do with all the issues going on, just wanting to release all of them, just not wanting all these issues anymore. But I feel like, you know, it's not a magic pill. You can't just, boom, make it go away. So for many of you, that's going to require a separation period or a gap period or a therapy, right? So we also get our Page of Pentacles that came out, and our Star energy in reverse, and our Death energy. So what's interesting is you have an ending that needs to be released. And this does feel like the connection itself. There's circumstances that are ending here. And so it feels like the connection itself is going to need a release so that you guys can integrate and heal. But take it as it resonates for you. For some of you, maybe you'll do that together. You lucky bunch. Now, it ends with the Death, which is also another ending, but it's coupled with the Star. So it's like, but the Star is in reverse. So it's like something is not healed here, and it needs to be healed. And because it's not healed, it needs to end. And it needs to be released, the connection, for most of you, until this healing takes place. And the Page of Pentacles is, of course, that the seeds of something that's grounded, you know. So your person is wanting to plant a seed. This might be a new seed for them somewhere else. Like, I need to release this for now, plant my seeds somewhere else, and let go of what is not healed here to go towards something new. I need to end something here so that I can go towards something new, because it's healing needs to be done that's not being done. So take it what resonates for you, and remember, free will at play. Maybe some of you will have those conversations you need to have in order to have the healing that you need done. Yeah, for some of you, though, you know, you might be keeping the connection, and this message really is your person or cross watcher saying, I want to release all of the drama and arguments and plant new seeds here to grow something new between us. And whatever is unhealed here between us, you know, to end, to walk away from that, to move away from that, to do the work needed internally or through therapy to heal that which is unhealed. So I feel like for some of you, all of you are going through a really tough time in this connection. But I feel for some of you, you are going to be working through the issue, or you want to anyway. Let's see if that actually happens. You want to work through the issue, but sometimes reality is different from what we want, right? So we're going to take actions after this. But I feel for most of you, you're like wanting to leave the connection itself. But for some of you, it's like, I just want to leave all the arguments and the issues, and whatever is healed, I want to be healed, and like have something new here that feels good between us. So let's go ahead and get the most important, significant action that will be taking place in the connection. All right, we do get the calf energy. Interesting. So this is the wheel in Arcana, or the divine principality of Khnum in Egypt. So this energy is all around a new cycle. So a new cycle will be taking place here. It feels like it's going to be between you two. So if this person is walking away, or they're wanting to, eventually, or what will happen is you guys will go through another cycle together. You're going to try to work something out. Or in the recent past, if it's like it feels like there's too many issues, we're arguing, I need to walk away, or something needs to be healed here, over the next 30 days, it's like, all right, we're going to have a new cycle together to see what can be here, what can happen here. And this is divine timing. This is divinely guided. So it feels like whatever cycle you're going to be going through over the next 30 days, this is around helping you to get to where you need to be, with each of you being healed. Whether that means you guys are going to be together or not, being healed is a really important part of that, right? So let's go ahead and dive into actions. What actions is Virgo taking? And quickly, we do have Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio energy coming out, Virgo energy, more Scorpio, Aquarius energy. And we'll go over the signs again once we get done with our actions. All right, we do get our Page of Wands, so that's a positive energy. The Four of Cups, reversed. Two of Pentacles. Okay, why does that have to be in there? All right. So we do find Virgo with a lot more motivation. This is a strong Sag energy. They might be feeling a lot more wise, spiritually wise, making wiser decisions with their insights. They might be having a spark of brilliance and they're like, okay, maybe I figured it out. Maybe we can do this. And this energy is being motivated again, right? That's a kick in your step, motivated, inspired energy is what will be happening for Virgo. This is normally with your Four of Cups, this direction, this feels, you know, like you're avoiding, you're withdrawing, you might be a bit depressed. When it's this way, it feels like you're filling up your cup, right? You're filling up your cup, you're feeling more happy. You're feeling that support, realizing you have that support, that emotional support, happiness that was right here. You're tapping into that, feeling it. You're trying not to avoid, but to deal with what you need to deal with. And this is our Two of Pentacles, though, which is like there's a lot going on. So we started with the Two of Pentacles for Virgo upright, where it's like, you know, they're handling it, they're doing it. They have a lot of balls being thrown at them, but they're doing it and they're getting it done. And then at the end of the, you know, over the course of the 30 days, though, it feels like there's a lot being thrown at them and they're not really sure how to handle all of it. And they might feel like things are falling apart or they can't handle all these balls being thrown at them. Like, slow down. So just know that Virgo has a lot going on their side. And they're trying their best. They are motivated. They're trying to deal. But this also feels like a stall in the energy. Like I'm not making any steps forward towards you. But I'm trying to deal with all the ish in my life, right? But I am motivated. Let's go ahead and see what we get. For actions from our cross-watcher. Actions from our cross-watcher. All right, we do get the moon, a strong Pisces energy showing up here. The Magician, divine masculine, but in reverse. It's also a strong Gemini. We're getting a lot of Gemini energies. and the Eight of Wands in reverse. We also had our Eight of Wands. I guess that was our 5. Okay, so the moon reversed, or sorry, the moon upright, the Magician reversed, and the Eight of Wands reversed. So your person is confused. They feel left in the dark. They don't know what to do. You guys are going to be going through a new cycle. This is divinely timed, trying to bring you some good fortune, some ability to redo or do again in a different way the lessons between you. But your person is feeling like they don't know this path forward is hidden to them. They don't know the course to take. It's like, and they're feeling disempowered. They're feeling like they're not sure what to do. There's nothing that they can do. They can't do anything about this problem. They're feeling disconnected from you. They're not going to take any action. They're not sure what action to take. They might block their communication. They might not say anything to you, or literally block, or they just might feel like they're not communicating well to you, or they're just not sure what to say. They're not sure what to say, what to do, how to do it, what path to take to make anything right here. That's what it feels like. Sorry. that's what's coming through. But this is an opportunity for you during these next 30 days to try to hash out what you need to hash out with your person, to get to where you need to be emotionally, spiritually, so that you understand the connection in your person and whether it's worthwhile holding to or letting go. It feels like there's a lot of releasing, letting go energy coming through. Like, it feels really strong soulmate mirror twin energy, but there's also a chasing vibe. And chasing can be actively pursuing, but it can also be waiting for someone to change, waiting for someone to show up. And so that might have been a reoccurring theme in this connection. And the advice from the angel advice is release. Your current circumstances are ending. So open the door to better opportunity. If you're facing significant changes, whether within this connection with this person or life in general, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles and chapters. Embrace this cycle transition by making room for a new experience and welcoming a fresh beginning into your life. Again, 999. Balance, financial growth, success, life cycles, karma, transformation, renewal. So that's what you are going through over the next 30 days, and that's your advice energy. So that's what I have for you. Let's go ahead and dive into the soul energies, see what pops up. And if I missed any of your signs, I think we said all of them. Soul energy, Aqua, of course, our Aries, Scorpio, and Sagittarius energies. The Knight of Swords is our Gemini, Capricorn energy. Gemini energy again. Gemini energy again. Pisces energy. Scorpio energy. Aquarius energy. Leo energy. All right, so what I get in terms of soul energy is here. We do get our mirror soul, twin flame, soulmate, or karmic soulmate, soul twin energy. We do get our lovers, which always shows up with soulmate, soul twin. And we get our divine masculine. And we get two star energies, which are fate energies, which often show up as well with soulmate, soul twin. But all of these are in reverse. So it's like it's not the right time. It's not destiny for you to be in union right now. And everything is disaligned. There's a lot of discord going on between you. These are two strong fiery energies, which are strong positive soul twin energies. It's like the light is shining, the clarity is coming through, what the problems are, what you guys might need. Definitely if you need a break or to release something for now. Just to know that every ending is just another beginning. And life is filled with cycles and chapters. And just because one chapter ends doesn't mean this person isn't going to be in your life again. It's just that this cycle is finishing. But these are two very beautiful, positive, strong energies of like really finding the positive side of things, the joy again, as you gain clarity and rise up out of the ashes, right? So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys again in the next 30 days. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments.